Shane Cameron is one of my favourite fighters, and the Mountain Warrior is a great title for him because he certainly does come to fight.
And there in Shane's corner, Kenny Ransfield from Freeman's Bay. Actually, his dad, Nugget, was one of the most popular New Zealand wrestlers of yesteryear, and those who've got a bit of age about them will remember Nugget Ransfield. His great clashes on the mat with Shorty Hansen. We're underway. Heavyweight action, Māori television, the home of the Mountain Warrior. It's Haggler and Cameron.
Now, for our viewers out there, Haggler is a southpaw. He's a dedicated southpaw, which means his power should be in his left hand, leads with the right jab. As you can see already, he's got speed. He's got fast hands. Shane's going to have to be cautious here, get his timing right. The way to fight a southpaw is to wait until he leads or try and counter his lead with your right hand straight down the middle. Very fast hand there from Haggler in the opening second of the first round.
Of course, a lot of interest too in the surgery that has been done on Cameron's forehead, because we know that he cut up easy, and it's not dissimilar to some surgery that you had during your career. Maybe you could elaborate a little to our viewers as to what surgery he's done and how that might affect his cutting.
Well, Shane, you know, Shane's only lost to Friday Amahanya was because he was bleeding so heavily he couldn't see the shots coming in the last round where he was well ahead on points. He's what's called a bleeder. I was a bleeder, and I had surgery twice over my eyes to cut away the scar tissue. Once you get cut, and once it heals, you've got dead tissue behind the eye. When it gets hit again, it splits right next to it, and you get more tissue, more dead tissue. And the more you get cut, the more you get cut, until you get surgery, which is what Shane's had done, and they would have probably opened him up high above the eye. They lay it right down and then cut the dead tissue away from behind to take away the scar tissue. So hopefully that will eradicate or certainly make it, you know, harder to cut Shane Cameron.
Thanks, Barry. And of course, Shane will be just taking some time to adjust to the southpaw.
Yeah, well, this guy's come. He's come here to win. He's no stiff. He knows his way around the ring. He's got a very impressive record. He's quite an impressive athlete. He's a big, tall man. He's moving well. He's got fast hands. And Shane's, you know, got to feel his way around with him. He's got power in his left hand. I mean, he's knocked a lot of his opponents out as well. 13 KOs in 18 wins. So. And yeah, big left hand there on Shane Cameron's chin. But one thing Shane Cameron has got is a great chin.
Yeah, he's tough as guts as Shane Cameron, and a big mihi to all his whanaunga who will be viewing through Māori television, down through Rongamai Wahine, through Waitara, Gisborne, around the east coast where Shane's family is hugely popular. I think he grew up down Fielding ways too, from a proud farming family.
Yep.
He came to the game late.
He did come to the game late. Credit to the game, and great to see the following he's got here. But I'll tell you, Jonathan Haggler's been impressive so far in this opening round.
Well, anyone who thought that some sort of patsy or an easy opponent will be reconsidering already. His Cameron slips a little bit there in the middle of the ring.
Watch for Shane Cameron to try and get his right hand on target. That's where you'll see. If Shane Cameron catches him clean with the right hand, I think you'll see some damage done.
That's the first round. Stay with us. Welcome back. You're with Sky City Convention Centre for the action. This is the main event. We've had one round. Into the corner we go there. There's Shane Cameron. Let's have a look at some of the action for the first round.
Good left jab landed by Cameron, but very good counter-punching there from Jonathan Haggler in the first round.
And your referee here, Bruce McTavish, hugely experienced from Manila. He's a Kiwi, but he's lived up in Manila, but he's had over 120 world title fights.
It's a pretty amazing record. Bruce, a mate of mine, 40 years I think he told me he's been in the Philippines, but yeah, over 100 plus world title fights. There's not many referees that can say that.
Great to have a man with such experience.
Time.
And in he comes. Ready? Oh, what?
He lost his mouth guard. I didn't even see that. We're too busy having a chat, I think, but I don't know how that dislodged. And in the old days too, Dale, when you lost your mouth guard, you lost your mouth guard. They never stopped the round to put it back in. And you'd fight the rest of the round without it. They just throw it to your corner. Shane Cameron trying to get his timing there, looking, landing the jab, but looking for an opening for his right hand.
Tired fighters often let them drop on purpose to get a breather.
Yep.
The mouth guards. Oh. Remember, those of you who've just tuned in, that this is for the vacant WBO Oriental heavyweight title, the interim WBO Asia Pacific heavyweight title, and the IBF Pan Pacific heavyweight title. So there's a bit on the line here in the 12-rounder. You're watching round 2.
Plenty on the line here. And at this stage, Haggler's proving a very, very classy opponent indeed. Shane Cameron looking to get his timing in, but he's being nailed with some good counter-punching shots from Haggler at this stage.
So important. We discussed it, didn't we, Barry, earlier on in the evening, how important this is for Shane Cameron. Well, and at the moment, his opponent's starting to use some of the skills he's built up in his arsenal on Shane.
Definitely. He's moving well. He's got fast hands. When I saw him come to the ring and get in there in shadow box, like well prior to the fight, I moved around. I thought, this guy looks like a good athlete, and he's showing that up there at the moment. He's certainly no mug, but Shane Cameron knows how to handle these guys. He's just got to get his timing right with his right hand. At the moment, he's being nailed a little bit too much with that left hand, that powerful left hand from the southpaw stance of Jonathan Haggler. The Hammer Haggler. And a famous fighting name, of course, Haggler. No relation to the great, marvellous one, marvellous Marvin Haggler.
And wasn't he some fighter?
Wasn't he ever? And he was also a southpaw as well, you know, incredibly enough.
It's going to take some time, because I don't see that he's had too many southpaws as opponents in his career, Cameron.
Shane Cameron is just starting to get the timing with the right hand. The greatest exponent I've ever seen of how to fight a southpaw is the great Kostya. Yeah, good shots from Shane Cameron. 3 good right hands he landed there. Starting to get on target. The best, as I said, the best exponent I've ever seen of how to destroy a southpaw was Kostya, but Shane Cameron is putting them together here. Much better.
His opponent looking rather untroubled, though, at the moment, Jonathan Haggler.
Yeah, he wore 3 good right hands, and a far better round for Shane Cameron.
And the crowd like it as well, too. That is round 2. And a scheduled 12 here at the Sky City Convention Centre. It's fight night on Māori television. Stick with us. Welcome back. We're looking at round 3. There's a bit more action. In fact, there was more action in that, second round there than I think we've seen in the
last fight.
Previous 8. You know, let's have a look here. So that's a good left there from Haggler.
Good left from Haggler, but he did come back very well, Shane Cameron. He started to get his timing on at the end of the second round there with those about 4 or 5 lovely right hands down the middle. And he's starting to get the... You've got to get... It's difficult to... For most orthodox fighters, it's difficult to get that timing. Once you've got it, you've got it. And I think you'll see Shane Cameron's right hand get on target more and more, and you'll see it do damage. But this guy certainly moves well. He's a big man, but he's got fast hands and he moves well on his feet.
Well, intriguing contest. 2 men who've come to fight.
There's the right hand again. Shane Cameron, good jab from Shane Cameron. Both boys.
Powerful arms that the Americans got. He's got the big left arm just cocked and ready to go, waiting to pull the trigger.
Yeah, he's a big, athletically built man who, you know, does move well. Certainly, look, a tough opponent for Shane to come back, you know, after his last bout. You know, I mean, quite often you pick a soft opponent, and, you know, like, credit to the Cameron camp, they certainly haven't taken the easy road here. There's that timing. Nice right hand. Boxing well now, Shane Cameron.
Good right. Gets one through into to Haggler.
Good jab. Good stiff jab.
It's a real test here for Cameron.
Yeah, it's a real good test, a real good test.
Powerful left from Haggler.
Shane shakes his head, more or less. Rode that one well. Shane walking up, looking for that opening.
This is 3 of 12. That's a wild punching here from Haggler.
Yeah, and he evaded them nicely, Shane Cameron. Good stiff jab from Cameron, but better round again. He's picking up the pace as each round goes on. He's getting his man's measure now.
Into the last minute of round 3.
Oh, there it is
Cameron
again.
comes forward with a good right.
Haggler shakes his head. No, it didn't hurt me. Generally means it did hurt him.
You're obliged to do that. And some guys will put their mush out and challenge you to go again.
Boxing
There's a bit
well.
around here from Cameron.
Boxing well, Shane Cameron. Winning this round. Cleaner punches.
Well, both are breathing heavily. You know, sucking up more in 3 rounds than the previous 8.
Yeah, it's a good pace, good work rate. I spoke to good work from Shane Cameron, good ripped and hook there. I spoke to Kenny Rensfield, Shane's manager, before the fight, and he tells me he likes the southpaw, he likes to fight a southpaw, and you can see he's certainly doing it well.
If there's no deduction, just fill the bottom line, not the top. Leon, I told him just mark the bottom line if there's no...
I tell you what, the crowd are loving it here at the Sky City Convention Centre because we've got a fight in there. We've got 2 fighters with purpose, with intent, and they're starting to mix it up out in the middle of this ring. Let's go and have a little listen. But now we'll see if we can do that in the next round. And if there is a next round, Shane Cameron looks strong. He seemed to take the points in that 3rd round.
Yep.
Can he capitalise here? Is this the one that he'll try and take Haggler out in?
I think there's plenty of fight still left in Haggler, don't worry. There's plenty of fight in this guy, and he's showing he's a very credible opponent, but a very good round the last round for Shane Cameron.
And the crowd are warming to the efforts of both men. Down low goes Haggler. Now Cameron steadies himself, trying to get through the Americans' defences.
Snappy jab from the hammer. The hammer Haggler.
Not really troubling, they're snapping it out, but it's not doing a lot of damage.
No, he's a tough boy, Shane Cameron. I've never really seen him, other than the fight with Friday Underhanya, really badly hurt, and that was because he was covered in blood and couldn't see the shots coming in.
Jonathan, break, don't hit.
Both boys, referee Bruce McTavish trying to break them up, and some nice little short punches being thrown in there. Both boys mean business here.
I'm pretty sure that Shane got a bit dark there.
Shane's roughing him up in close. Yeah, he does.
Haggler too knows that there's been surgery on that eye, and any chance to get in there and get the odd accidental clash. There's the claret that we expected over the right eye already. And of course that's where the big lefts come from.
Yeah.
Remember, this is 4 of 12. The difficulty if that blood ends up in Shane's eye. Yeah. That's where the big shots are coming from Haggler.
Don't think it looks too bad at this stage. Get a better look when you come back to the end of the round.
If he does start to cut up, Barry, do you think he'll step up the tempo and try to finish early?
Yeah, look, providing the blood runs down the side of the eye, not into the eye, it shouldn't be a problem really. I mean, unfortunately for Shane, he has bled so much in the past that, like with blood all over him. I've seen him win fights, and I was pretty much the same. You'd win a fight and you'd be covered in blood. Oh, tried a big uppercut there, Haggler. Missed the chin of Shane Cameron. Shane Cameron walking up confidently, looking for those big punches.
Don't hit. Sit back.
Both men looking good, Nick, but I suspect that Cameron's in better, Nick. If he goes downstairs, Gets Haggler up against the ropes and decides to go downtown.
Haggler starting to feel the pressure here.
And the pace of the fight, Barry, as well. This is what the crowd came to see.
Oh, big shot from Haggler. He fires back. Cameron was on top there. Big comeback from Haggler. But a good round again for Shane Cameron so far.
13 KOs for the big American, so he knows how to put them away as well. Looking at Cameron's record, 2019-1, as we know, 17 by the short route. Getting down to the end of 4, and that was a good round. The crowd liked it. So did we. So did you at home. Stay with us.
He's got a cut from a punch. That's right, okay? Yeah. Good.
Can't get any closer than that, Barry. We're right in the corner. As you can see, there's the troublesome
it's
eye.
It's a nasty swelling right on the eyelid. Can't really see a cut. Bruce McTavish, I heard the referee go over to the officials and say he's got a cut from a punch, which, you know, means that it was an accident, a head clash or an elbow.
Let's have a listen to what's going on over the other side. Next time, so some desperate cut work. We're off-putting for some, but it is a feature of the fight game. Shane Cameron, the mountain warrior. This is round number 5. The crowd are loving what's going on here because these two, they are prepared to let it go. They want to rip into their work. I tell you, the big American, he's no slouch.
He's certainly no slouch.
He's got his composure, hasn't he, Barry?
Yeah, he came here to fight. After meeting him, I knew he did too, and I thought he looked in good condition. And look, Shane's eye is not bad at this stage, but it is going to get worse. It's not badly lacerated, but it could close. If he's only got to get a few more clean shots on it, it'll close. Good little short punches from Shane Cameron there.
Referee smartly moving in on it too. Bruce McTavish showing the benefits of his 100 and more world title fights. As Cameron again finds Haggler on the ropes. Looks to press home the advantage.
A good refereeing from Bruce McTavish, in control here. He's got to have a referee who knows what he's doing. And you don't get many guys with the experience of a Bruce McTavish.
Yeah, he's keeping a real good eye on.
Let him go.
Lovely body shot round the side of Haggler's, right around the right kidney.
Yeah, that hurt him, didn't it?
That hurt him, all right. Oh, and he's hurt. He's hurt. Haggler's hurt. Haggler's hurt. The Mountain Warrior looking to land the big bombs here.
Go to hole. Fight out.
So rocked Haggler in the 5th.
This is a real cracking heavyweight fight.
Camera, left, right. The body shot was the one that did the damage initially, though.
It hurt him. It was a lovely short hook right round the side.
And he reeled from it, did Haggler. Winced in pain. That allowed Cameron to come on in and try and take advantage. There we go again.
And he
Haggler
did.
survives.
He did take advantage, but Haggler's still in it. He's still fighting well. Nailed with another right hand again. Haggler under a lot of pressure. Oh, there's the body shot again. Good shots from Cameron. Oh, 50
Down to the
seconds.
last minute of round 5. The Mountain Warrior got a couple of good shots on Haggler, but is there some gas left in the tank for the big guy?
Yeah, he's wearing his opponent down. Shane Cameron, he's wearing him down.
Well, much respect from both camps here. Cameron, and those problems with the eye cuts. No elbow, says McTavish. He's refereed the bout well.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he's feeling the pressure, this guy now.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Bruce McTavish is going to have trouble picking him up there. He's a big man.
Heading towards the end of 5. Cameron with a new lease of life. There's the bell. That's Cameron's round.
Big round to Shane Cameron. Blood from that left eye.
stay tight, bro. Man, you stay tight, you beat this man and go down the middle. He right there at you. Go straight down the middle. Don't go around, just stay tight, man. Man, just stay tight, go down the middle. It's done, man. You got to listen to me. And if you don't listen to me, John, you're making it hard. Please go straight down the middle. All you got to do is to beat this man with a 1-2.
Welcome back. This is the corner having a go. I don't think he wants to come out, Haggler. I think he did it real tough in there, Barry, in that fifth.
He doesn't want to go on. He's not going to go on. He doesn't. I'm telling you, he didn't want to go on there. This fight is not far from being finished, I'm telling you. Someone should, be good to get that message to the Cameron camp, because he was really nearly ready to turn it up there, Jonathan Haggler. He is gonna.
He'll be going down in a minute. And it might not necessarily be through a punch too.
Yeah, no, good punching there from Haggler though. He's still got some fire left in the tank, but he was almost on the verge of giving up there from the intense pressure and punching power that Shane Cameron's been putting on him.
Looks like a likeable sort of bloke, does Big Haggler.
He does.
Probably, thinking more about looking after himself when the fight's now.
I mean, Shane Cameron, he loves a battle. He loves a scrap. And that's what boxing's about. Putting the pressure on his opponent. Got him in the neutral corner. We'll want to keep him there, I reckon, Shane Cameron. He'll belabour him with rips and hooks.
And of course, Haggler will be hoping for that, just a little loose defensive to come up through the middle with an uppercut.
Yeah, he's still dangerous, this guy. He's a big, dangerous man. But I tell you, he's looking for petrol tickets. He's not far off going down. Shane Cameron only needs a nice little uppercut.
He can step back, guys. Both.
Oh, there's a good uppercut from the Mountain Warrior and a good rip to the body. Couple of good body shots that do it. Hanging on for dear life, Jonathan Haggler. Left hook, Cameron on top. There's the rip.
Getting right through to Haggler and troubling that eye already. But it seems like the Cameron just wants to finish it.
Lovely short right hook from Cameron.
Gee, looks like he can take a couple too, the big guy.
Yep. Well, he's taking some good shots, but as you saw at the end of the last round, he just about had enough, I think. And I think it's just a matter of time here. Oh, there's a good right hand. And a left hook again.
On the way to the WBO Oriental Heavyweight title is Shane Cameron. On the way to the interim WBO Asia Pacific Heavyweight title, that's Shane Cameron. And on the way to the IBF Pan Pacific title, that is Shane, the Mountain Warrior, Cameron. Oh, look at my way in there. They'll be happy. Here he comes.
The crowd's going crazy.
Looking to finish it. Cameron counting down on the 6th round.
Looking for the finisher, Shane Cameron. He's still dangerous, this dude. Good body shot. He reels back into the corner. Cameron tries a big left hook. Man, this is the fight. And there's the bell. I don't reckon he comes out for the next round.
What a round. The crowd, they are loving it. They're loving the effort, the guts, the sheer courage of the Mountain Warrior. Let's go to Shane's corner and have a listen.
No punches in copper. Don't let yourself open. He is ready to go.
Explode them, bro.
Okay? When you start punches, don't expose yourself.
Remember that body rotation, explode the punches, get them going.
It has opened. The eye has opened where he's had the surgery. Unfortunately, it has opened. Not bleeding heavily, though. Look, big right hand there. And again, that's great punching.
There he is, Johnny Haggler. Still looks like he's got his wits about him. He took a huge amount of punishment in there in the 6th.
Yeah, and I thought he might have turned it up in the corner there, but no, he's up. He's up.
must fancy his chances.
Well, he sees the cut. The cut, you know, you have a guy almost gone, and it's happened to me, and they see you bleed, and the bleed gives them a bit of life. The blood gives them a bit of life again, you know, brings them back. Look, at this stage, Shane's eye is not a serious problem. It's not bleeding profusely, and it's not bleeding into the eye. But he doesn't want to take too many eyes. Good punching there from Shane Cameron.
No grabbing, no holding. Bruce McTavish, smart operator in there. As Cameron keeps the pressure on. He's the dominant force here in the ring at the moment. Little short left.
Good left hook. And again.
Heads down. Crowd wanted to finish it off.
Crowd loving it. Haggler using his size to lean on Cameron. Cameron gives him a nice elbow. Good punches from Shane Cameron.
So Haggler comes back using his long reach. Snaps one through. Does pick up Cameron. Trying to open up the cut.
Cameron got him right above it. Both boys right above us. Shane Cameron belabouring his opponent with good punches, but Haggler comes back every now and then with sharp combinations. Being out-punched at the moment, though, Haggler. By a rampaging Shane Cameron. Needs to get his sharpness to get it.
Some credit to Johnny Haggler for hanging in there a couple of rounds ago. We thought that he pretty much had enough, but he's stuck in there.
Yep, he was ready. He was dead set, ready to quit in the corner. The pressure and the punch to be taken, but that the cut eye, I'm sure the blood, seeing the blood, resurrected him to a certain extent.
That's what he'll be wanting to zero and to open that up a little more. And that's a fine shot from Cameron. That rocked Haggler. Counteracts for that, an uppercut. Snaps Cameron's head back.
Countering left there from Haggler. Shane Cameron landing well with that right hand. He needs to land with the right, follow with the hook. And it's going to be a matter of time.
Just under half a minute left here in the round. As Cameron goes to work on Haggler. Haggler,
he's just about had enough.
I don't know that he'll get up. Crowd on their feet.
He's not going to get up.
7.
He's not going to get up.
9. Hit.
That's the end of that. Shane, the Mountain Warrior. Cameron, he's back on track. He is back in business. He is in the house. Shane Cameron, the Mountain Warrior.
Very impressive
rules
victory
the ring tonight.
Unfortunately, he's got that cut, but a very impressive victory for Shane Cameron. And look, it was just a matter of time. Haggler was ready to go. They put a stool in the ring for him. He was totally exhausted from the battering he took. Combination of punches like just the build-up rather than any single blow. The eye has opened. Maybe both eyes, but I really think, I mean, there's not a great deal of blood. I think it's going to be, I don't think it's going to be anything too much to worry about.
Well, the eye might be open, but so has the future, Barry Michaels, because Shane the Mountain Warrior is back.
He's certainly back. He's back with a vengeance and a massive future in front of Shane Cameron. It's just a matter of time before he gets a shot at one of the versions of the heavyweight title. And this is the finish where he's putting the punches together. Haggler in all sorts of trouble. There's that beautifully timed right hand that landed time and time again from Shane Cameron. But yeah, very impressive display.
There was a lot of pressure on Shane Cameron coming into the fight. Much expectation. Disappointments of last year silenced now as he resurrects his professional career. Where to from here?
Where to from here? I can't talk about it, but I'm going to have a talk to Kenny Rensfield because I'd love to get Shane the Mountain Warrior Cameron back to Australia. We love him over there. I'd love to get him down under for a big fight. So we'll see. We'll see what happens in the future.
So here they are, celebrating as well they might. The corner, Shane Cameron, with his connections, Kenny Rensfield, and he's done a great job But the night belonged to Shane Cameron.